focused on our minds, our intellect, when we can kind of sort through these plans, these ideas, and focusing in on the ones that we are most passionate about, believe in emotionally, we can finalize these plans, fine-tune them, or finish ones that we've already started. Whatever we say, we can really mean it, and our words can drip with that emotion. So this can make us a little bit more authentic, though we may just be deluding ourselves into believing that we are being honest when we are actually lying to ourselves, all at the same time. So it's the heart and the mind, they can merge, but this can also bring some subjectivity to that furnace. So the full moon is also aligned with Mars, which is retrograde or on holiday in the season of the mind. So this may be some challenging since it's bringing forth some energy to really focus and hone in onto. So we may be super annoyed, maybe frustrated, ready. Hello. Oh, good Lord. You can't see that yet. Welcome to a Talented Tuesday. I'm over here sleeping in the shadows, listening to myself. But while we're waiting for people to hop on to the show, possibly tuning into the replay, I know I've got more replay listeners out there, but it's ground control to Major Tom today. That is the energy. So it's like when one aspect of who we are is chiming in, like when a little kid keeps saying, why, or no, no, no. Who's running the show? So if you can meditate your thoughts, meaning like how when clouds float by and the thoughts float by, the clouds float by with the thoughts, or kind of do a countdown from 10 to 1, especially when your voice in your head is going off like a crazy madman off on a tangent. That's what I do to quiet my mind. So it's in the stillness, it creates like a passageway to listen to the beat of our own drum, our heart. And then the swirl is turned around the opposite way, swirling in a totally different spiral. And the heart is actually felt and heard, and the mind becomes quiet. It becomes silent. And the mind then has this insight on a different belief that is really coming from the core of our own inner world about life. The heart is the heart. The mind is listening. So it's like climbing into your skin and getting out of your head, which actually reminds me of the Energy Body Demystified. And actually, ironically, that's on today for the 22 days of gratitude. But we are slimming that down. But the mind is a tool. It's like Spock in Star Trek, and it's a gift that we often don't listen to. The other side is our intuition, because we're always needing the facts, the why. So when the curator, the beat of our own drum, is speaking to our thoughts in a way that feeds the facts, the why, our drum beats to a belief that it does. So if the mind hears the beat of our heart expressing what we no longer belong believing in something with that factual kind of explanation, it's like having Lucy and Desi, like you got some splaining to do. You then have the mind initiating, calming at the round table, or coming together to the round table, being contemplative and quiet. But the mind's ruler, Mercury, is also in the mix. It's poking at the heart, poking the bear, the heart of Sagittarius, the ruling planet, Jupiter, right before it enters into the season of Capricorn. So our thoughts go from one way of being, literally around a corner from the adventure, into being all structurized. So thinking is kind of ebbing and flowing today. It's sparking, it's igniting. So the instance of easing the mind, soothing the mind into what the drum is beating to, and believing what our heart believes to authentically be true. So it's like going slow, like Tina Turner, taking it real easy. And it does take the mind moments to cool off, like putting it on the elf of the shelf, if you will, to accept new ideas and beat to our own drum beat. And the hiccups of yesterday, energetic hiccups, I know I've been having mine. It's like breaking on through to the other side again, the doors. So thoughts might be tested as they're being initiated, how to master a new belief, one that's authentic to your heart story. So there is so much to muse about, really. And this is what happens when we begin to edit and rewrite our spiritual acumen and connect with our Sira, our higher self. The drum is beating to a new adventure, the freedom of adventure, the pioneering of an adventure. So go to the space of new discoveries, kind of pioneering a new thought or even a new belief, just in this coagulation, if you will, all these atoms, and all of the greatest entrepreneurs, writers, painters, authors, musicians, everybody has these ups and downs, but the master stroke, if you will, it's going to reveal itself throughout the day. So with that, it's a Talented Tuesday, and welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I'm your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman, medium, and otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. But I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is a blending of them all, coined by my friend Rich in Mongolia. But my intention is to utilize these indigenous technologies along with the elemental realms to dive in deep to our divine original blueprint, navigate or initiate our soul's harmonic through the elementals, the imaginals, through this gateway called the shaman's portal. It's the 8th energetic center, along with the cosmos and the subtle energies and realms, and really so much more. With offerings, prescriptions, and rituals, they're all the otherworldly kind, like literally bringing us back to the origins of our soul, if you will, to really add to our main stage of ingredients, the key of who we are, our personal container. Creating this, it's our personal medicine, it's our purpose, it's our prime directive. Maybe just assisting you, not just in discovering, but even how to navigate your own personal medicine. The starlight that I believe we all are. Not that my star doesn't have issues too, but just reintroducing you to that essence, the magical being that I believe resides within each and every one of us, so that our light does shine even brighter. My name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. Yeah, you got me all wet haired today, but with all of that, if you have yet to subscribe to my channels, please do. YouTube or otherwise. I'm thinking YouTube more than likely. But Tanya D on YouTube, and of course my podcast, Musing with Tanya D. The Otherworldly Insights, I'm still kind of musing about next year, 2023, the season, what I'm going to coin that. If you have any insights, please let me know. But we do have Jupiter out for your musing pleasure. And the Soul's Harmonic is online for the season of Sagittarius. But today we've got the solar plexus along with the heart, all in the season of beliefs. And with that, let's give a shout out to the village, the community, my new subscribers, Ashe, and thank you. And also those of you that have been a part of my experience or journey since the beginning, taking it up a notch, and gratitude. And also for those that are always tuning in on the replay, thank you for that. And if you don't mind liking, sharing, hitting the bell button along with that white button so you're notified when I do something. And do remember, a comment or a share does get you a message for your day to really get you out of your own way or on your way. And you can also find me on social channels at the moment, mostly TikTok and Facebook. Insta is down, so there is an energetic hiccup. I got a little overexcited, I guess, about the gratitude days on Insta. So I got to come up with another name for that too. So it's all about a name, waiting for a download for the universe. But I went beyond the cosmic fold line, I guess, with gratitude, which does bring me to 22 days of gratitude. We are actually at day 8. Be sure to check your inbox for the offering of the day. And remember, a new offer opens at midnight. So again, be sure tune into that announcement and just sign up if you have yet to. And remember authentically that I am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer. But sometimes we do need an otherworldly life coach assistant just to see through a different set of eyes to get us out of our own magical way. And the daily snippet, what is the daily snippet? It's cosmic energy insights. It's the elemental realm, messages for our day, the subtle energetic centers, the seasons. We're in the season of the pig today. Not for long, though. It's switching this week. But the field of energy it's full, it's vast, and most of us are in our head. We're not in our heart. So the cosmic soup, it's a blend of what we believe and what our thoughts are saying. And these are two opposing areas, but they do kind of coagulate in the solar plexus, pushing the speed of light, maybe going too far, going beyond the starry beyond. Literally, I am like on Sandalphon's timeline today. So it's like that mind blown emoji where we just pop out. But meditation is the ingredient to balance the mind, the body, the soul. And I also think the spirit, bringing spirit to really descend. We all worry about ascending. Sometimes I think we haven't even descended. But the intention of our thoughts is really to understand these transformations, these authenticities, these transformations of our story and what we believe. It's like the editor, even within our environment. It could be the people in our village. It could be our world.
I think it really starts at the environment level. However, someone or something that you might have believed in has left your scene. They've left you with more questions than answers. So there's some confusion in the mix about what we heartfelt believes. I mean, I'm doing the 22 days of gratitude, and Instagram closed my account. So, is gratitude bad, or did I really funk up that algorithm with gratefulness, being happy, excited, which is great. I'm still doing it. Who cares? So it's about wrapping our mind around the why with all these questions, these thought bubbles that morph in, and just understanding through some heartfelt contemplation how to master being the editor of our story. So the mind kind of has all these voices, a dialogue. Sometimes it's not even our voice, it's another voice, which I know all about. But our drum beats to what belongs in our heart space. And that's what frames, like a movie picture, the frames, the thoughts that are kind of bubbling through. The belief the drum wants to beat to. Our heart wants to beat to a different drum beat. It's the narrative of our story. That's what we heartfelt are longing for. It's the longing of it. That heartfelt desire is in that direction, a pathway. So our thoughts should be streaming towards what our heart believes in and what our heart wants, what our heart desires and wishes. So it's the confusion that sets in. That's where ground control Major Tom came in about what we believe. And then it's time to really gather up all of those false beliefs. It's like picking up toys from kids or rocks that are damming the flow of your stream and eliminating what no longer is in alignment with our heart. So kind of smile inside and do the inner smile meditation. It's online somewhere out there, but just allow that to float away. And with that, just a few announcements as I'm moving down the show here. These are our options. Okay. Obviously a pathway, solitude, a pathway to solitude. And also we've got the soil. I love that. Look at that nice, rich soil. And clouds, rain clouds, billowing rain clouds. Those are your options because the rain clouds are kind of representing our mind. And the soil, you need to get down to the earth, ascending or descending, excuse me, and a pathway, some solitude. But a few announcements. Obviously, the Musing Moon meditation is out on the highway. It's the full moon streams tomorrow, December 7th, which is kind of a curious thing. The cold full moon in Gemini, any Geminis out there, along with our Musing podcast, Insights to Jupiter. And again, if you missed the Sacred Circle on Sunday, you can find that also on YouTube. And we're still streaming in the 22 days of gratitude, counting down. But those are your options for the messages of today. And I'm going with a mind musing set. But on the elemental highway, we have a Yin Water Snake of a day, fire and water. It's exciting. Yin water, being the spirit of our day, is our intuition, full of insights, curious, finding answers in those streams. And the sun is the snake, reflecting the waters, which holds wealth, leadership, resources. That's what the snake is offering to our day. And yin metal is also a resource, but it's a resource that's coming with control. It's like somebody dangling the carrot in front of you. Like, do you want this to control? Or, MLMs, they always have those stupid fast tracks to whatever. It's crazy stuff, but could be a parent or a mentor even telling you what a great life is, like what that looks like or what career you're supposed to do. It's like you're living somebody else's soul journey here. But the big water, that's sucking the life out of our day. It's sibling rivalry. It's clashing against us. We've got this big tree, which is the possibility of ideas. Those ideas are going to be a bit radical. So this person has those radical different ways of seeing the world. Probably very innovative, actually, pioneering, adventurous. But our day definitely needs earth to ground in the ideas, to bring intuition down into the earth space. It's a descending, not an ascending feeling. But what's interesting, literally, is we have all birthing elements in the branches today, which is super cool. The tiger bursts fire, the snake bursts metal, and the pig bursts wood. So I really find this really curious. But we do need earth. We need earth for all these elementals. Earth is a transitional element. It's our lymphatic system. It's the stomach. It's the spleen. And if you purchase the Evening of Elemental Energy, look forward to that because I'm going to be adding some more videos in there for you about the elementals and healing the body through the skin and the energy centers. But it's this inter-season elemental energy. So pretty interesting. So off to the messages. Again, if you chose the soil, maybe you're contemplating some solitude, going off on your own path and being mindful of what you believe, beating to your own drumbeat, or maybe your mind is in those billowing clouds, rain clouds, doing some disastrous stuff. And I'm out of coffee. That's great. We're doing great, right? Okay, so if you chose solitude, the pathway, I kind of like that myself, the pathway to solitude, but the page of inspiration, which is it is the mind. It's the page of inspiration. So look at her. She's got this rainbow of fiery cosmic hair. So this is like 1 in a billion sparks of ideas. It's the enthusiasm that we all get at the beginning of something. This is spring energy. It's birthing energy. It's brainstorming. It's planting seeds for new projects along with the futures, the potentials, and having those successful starts. It really is the birthing. The tiger is like the birthing of a new seed, the vibrancy of our youth. That's kind of the energy of this, even a zest for life or the ideals or the creativity, exciting possibilities. But these are rain clouds of creativity. So this is the energy of today. It's the energy of today. A cloud of ideas is just billowing and blooming overhead, maybe popping in with some excitement of what all the things could be. So just imagine, be intuitive, be imaginative. Water, yin water. So the page of inspiration, this is the energy of like you really can't just help yourself. You've got these billions and one thoughts just flowing all in succession, just populating through, all of them, just carrying just sparks of innovative and infinite otherworldly possibilities. So exciting. But, you know, laugh at the thought of putting each one of them into action, kind of see which one bubbles through. And be the first to tell yourself, your intuition, the gift that you can inspire or aspire to. It's a thought, a reason, a bright rain at the end of a drought. Things are shifting, transforming. But it's not the zone of genius that really makes the idea a reality. That's what we get to do. So it's her rainbow hair that's swaying in the wind with other ideas, somebody else's idea. Maybe things are just popping in out of nowhere. I like that. So this is time for somebody else. She's drizzling a symphony of solutions and answers and those unlimited potentials. And she's sharing these ideas freely. This really is getting those otherworldly insights. But now it's your turn to really root into the belief and the hope and the faith, taking action to really making them real. Inside your mind, it's the cosmic spark. So all of these lines of light. So it's a code that really dives deep into the darkest of the darks and radiates different shards of light. There's always light in the darkest of the dark, just sparkling with these ideas, just igniting them. So it's super exciting. I'll take the page of inspiration, but it is the energy of today. And I do need some downloads. I got in the shower and asked for some. I'm like, I need a name for next year's podcast. I got to create a whole new Instagram title. And I've got all this stuff. I got to make a list. Got to decide what goes first. Okay, if you chose the earth, you've got the 10 of materials, which is ironic. It goes with earth, right? The earth. Materials, grounding, manifesting, forming, nurturing, stability. Maybe you feel like you're on unstable ground, but this is trusting and loving. Or maybe do you feel safe? Are you loving what you're manifesting, what you're orchestrating or choreographing? Are you believing in your heartfelt desires? They all can come true, but you got to heartfelt believe in them. But the 10, that's all about the 10. The material success, it's family, it's creating a legacy. It's prosperous within a village, a community. It's a dynasty of love and wealth. And that also includes helping others. It's being grateful, receiving gratitude, right? So it's kind of like getting to the harvest season, bound by the gardens of a legacy, which is curious because this is like the heavenly lottery, things coming in from the otherworldly, the 10 of materials. So it's bringing blessings of the love and the hope, the gratitude through the gifts of nurturing and sustenance. The earth, the soil holds sustenance. So does corn. Vitality, health, prosperity, even joy, the joy molecules bubbling in. But this is an earthly muse of legacies. It's material essences. So she's offering a window, a door, I would say a window, because you can see through a glass window, right? Of wealth that's going to benefit the entire village for lifetimes of wonder. So here we can see that she's been blessed by them as well. And she's blessing us with this opportunity as well to not just eat, but to dance at her table, to be generous, to be grateful, stepping into our embodiedness, our wholeness within ourselves, and honoring her by lifting up others who may not have had the same opportunities or the blessings that you may have had in your lifetime. But just know that the harvests, they're going to be ample. They're going to be vibrant. So this is a beautiful sign of abundance, knowing it's on its way. It's coming from the heavenly realm, the heavenly universe. So it's like the dynasty that's left for you, a legacy created by an ancestor maybe. But often what happens, I've witnessed this a lot, so don't be mistaken honoring the will of the transcended. That's mastery, like honoring the wishes of the ancestors. So really paying attention to their wishes and following through the will. It's not for you to decide the conditions of a legacy if this is you, right? Follow the will of your ancestors, what they put in writing, because it creates energetic hiccups of an otherworldly kind. But the wealth is right for our intentions and paying attention, paid financially, money, that's truth. So we cannot buy ascension, right? So kind of that's the coagulation there, but it's streaming down. So it's abundance. And our final message, if you chose the billowing clouds, which is great, the rain clouds billowing, you get the tower. So don't be afraid, right? The 16. This is energy of our full moon tomorrow. This is surrendering to our treasures of what our heart believes to be true. Surrendering. You know, it's like cleaning up the cosmic clutter of beliefs that have been put upon us. I just watched George Carlin, which was interesting. I should share that, but it's unexpected change. It's a massive shift. It's transformation. It's our beliefs being shattered, paradigms being flipped, spiraling to a whole nother timeline, I guess. It's an opportunity to rebuild our life in new ways, heartfelt ways, being flexible, yin energy, finding shards of light in all the chaos. There's like a rift in reality. So this is like saying hello to fragility, right? So when life seemingly appears to be falling apart, everything appears to be crumbling into those million little bits of fragments and pieces. This is where the muse of the tower can be called upon, kind of like the singers of the realms, to really powerfully clear away any and all situations and to carefully, also very carefully, pick up the slivers of our broken dreams in those shards, mismatched ingredients. So you might find yourself drawn to moments of dysfunction. Things might be too large of a stagnant block of energy. It's like a cosmic puzzle maker, if you will, creating a new puzzle. So just removing situations that you've outgrown in order to kind of force fit things into the new. It's like the peg in a square hole. So she's seeking the diamonds that are always hiding in the rough, right? But just beneath the surface of life's fractures, the soil, that creates beauty from the chaos. So she's the rebuilder of the stories, the dreams, and the souls. So she's kind of reminding us that there's no need to be afraid of change. There's magic on the other side. That's what she's kind of drawn to. Like, don't be drawn to different situations. Nothing's ever perfectly balanced or whole, right? So just kind of trust that any discomfort that this change is bringing today, it's going to really assist to shift things into the perfect resonance or the realignment for later. It's the unexpected rug that gets literally ripped out from underneath us, or the Chicken Little where the sky is falling. I had a client like that once, but it's this unrelenting, like falling backwards, maybe feeling blocked as you're trying to begin. But it's the energy, it's the prelude to this full moon. So it's kind of curious. So with the messages today, the earth is the Who. I got the tones in the show notes, by the way. The Mongolian rock band, be sure to check them out. They're my fave. Not just because I went to Mongolia, but they're ancestral, I'm telling you. The cosmos, it's like what's in the next chapter, simmering in our heart's story, our narrative to ourselves. It's time to do some editing. And are you going to beat your own drum? Or are you going to get your head into your heart? So if you're feeling the disturbance of where do I belong, which way do I go, the confusion, it's a great day to contemplate. Go for a walk on a path. Go on a meditation journey, the dreams, the wishes. Have a heart to heart with yourself. And if you can find a non-judgmental friend, an otherworldly life coach, ideas to the pad, words to the pen, automatic writing. Actually, if you're an automatic writer, you can channel in the solar plexus, heart channeling, crystallizing the soul's harmonic, things crystallize, but be in the light of who you are, authentic to your essence, the star, and the Ram, the sound of Ram, the solar plexus, along with our heart space, the Yam channel. You could tone those today if your confusion's getting in the way, just to get you out of your head and into your heart, because your heart knows the truth of where our soul belongs in integrity. Myself, I never fit in. So I know in my soul where I do and I don't belong. But it's time that our mind gets on board. It gets aligned. It's resonating with the beat of our heart's drum. So what do you believe about your life to be true? Is it authentic to you? So I would affirm that I am mindful of my heart, just knowing heartfelt where I do and do not belong in the matters. And with that, join 22 Days of Gratitude. We are counting down. We are almost to the finish line. We've got 7 more days, I believe, maybe a little longer. No, I think 7. But so opportunities are knocking, and we've got the full moon. Share your full moon rituals if you don't mind. I'm hoping for a fire as always, as always. So with that, I will see you tomorrow. Inshallah and Ashe. Blessings to you. And we're going to switch it on over to Jupiter. Ashe.
Thoughts, spirit, vitality, transformation, whether it's mental, emotional, spiritual, you name it. It's the spirit that resides within each element is also a part of our elemental structure or that foundation. But being that we have entered the season of Sagittarius and what our heart authentically believes, those heartfelt wishes, today I'm going to muse about the sign or the season of Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, the bountiful planet of Jupiter, and what Jupiter has to bring in for us. So Jupiter is actually known as the king of gods. He's the ruler of Sagittarius in astrology and the planet of plenty. Very tolerant, very expansive. It's the social planet. Jupiter seeks insight through knowledge. It's the 9th house, morality, gratitude, hope, honor, and the law of God. God's law. So it's the planet of seeing